Hey guys, it's Project Mac here again. Just wanted to put a little video up. I know I've not done it in a few months, and I guess I'm going to kind of explain a bit of that just at the start of the video. But I just wanted to say, I'm going to be trying to relaunch my channel a bit here, and hopefully over the I'm going to try and get one video up a week depending on how work goes. But I'm going to try and stick to that as much as possible. This gameplay you can see here is from last night's scrims. This is from Black's point of view because he pretty much goes off in this video, and he put a similar gameplay up, but he doesn't do any kind of commentary over it just because he's lazy as hell. So I figured I would do it. It's against AWG, or Aware Gaming, which is Fluff's new team. Played them last night and they played quite well, but we thought we'd put this video up as I said, Black goes pretty ham in it. So I'm going to start the video just by I know it's something I've not done a lot, but give people a little bit of insight into like my kind of personal life over the past kind of year or two, and what's kind of led me to this point. A couple of people will probably be aware, like from the kind of upper teams, that I actually lost my mum a couple of years ago. It'll be 3 years ago this November. So obviously that hit me quite hard in terms of like gaming and stuff. And then I know a lot of people might remember that I was going to miss EGL 6 or EGL 7 because I was in Ecuador. I was actually in Ecuador at that time, and then people were kind of asking questions about, how did you come back early, why be at this event, and people even put up a conspiracy theory about it. And I finally got to the point where I can speak a bit about it. And what actually happened was I was over in Ecuador doing volunteer work with my girlfriend, and I got news that my father had actually passed away. He was in an accident a few weeks before, but sadly things happened and there was a bit more complications while I was over there, so I had to obviously fly back. And then I was dealing with quite a lot at the time, and I just wanted to get away, and that's obviously why I came down to the event, because I knew nobody would really know apart from Toby, and the team and the TCM guys knew as well. So it's only really been the past couple of weeks, I would say, that I've really properly put things behind me and started moving on. Obviously losing both my parents, it meant that I kind of had a whole house to kind of run, and obviously I stay in quite a big house. It's like a 4-bedroom house up in just outside Glasgow, and it's kind of been a lot growing up for me the past couple of months. And I've started a full-time job again, and kind of just feel like I've grown up a lot, to be honest. So that's the reason why there was such a kind of hiatus over the videos, was because I was dealing with a lot over Christmas and New Year, and then trying to get stuff with the estate sorted out. And obviously now I'm kind of getting back in the horse a little bit. I'm going to try and start moving forward. So that's really all I wanted to mention about that. That's just a little insight into my personal life, and you probably won't hear me do it very often, but I kind of figured that I'm getting to the point where I can speak about it a bit more, and I think it would probably do me good just to kind of get it out in the open. So I hope nobody minded too much, but that's that kind of bit done. Another couple of things I wanted to mention about. First of all, obviously we're in Curse now. The last time I spoke, we were trying to kind of go the whole team branding thing, but just a couple of things fell through that we kind of banked on, and it was getting quite close to EGL and I Series coming up, and we just really needed a bit of stability. And that's not to say that it's not something we'll consider in the future, but the offer from Curse came along, and it's absolutely amazing. The guys there are fantastic, and the management seems really committed to esports, and they've just picked up the NA team as well, so they're obviously investing a lot into the Call of Duty world. They've already booked all their EGL stuff for us, so I'm quite happy with that. And obviously we've spoke about MLG, and it'll be pretty much dependent on how well we perform at EU events, which I think is more than acceptable. I wouldn't want to be given anything in a plate that I hadn't earned for myself. So you'd probably see us at MLG depending on how we get on at EGL. I'm hopeful that we'll get there, just got to keep our fingers crossed. The guys in the team, Black and Bissell, are obviously streaming all the time just now. They're streaming all our games, albeit if I'm getting booted, which seems to be happening more and more now, then they won't be streaming, just to keep it a bit more private. But normally they stream every night, and they're both going to try and get a bit more active in YouTube as well. Well, I think you'll be lucky if you hear Black's voice, but we'll just see how it goes. So that's really where we are on the team at the moment with Curse. It's looking good, I've got to say. We've played a lot online, and we are normally known as a team that gets hammered about online, just because, if you've ever played against me, you'll see I'm constantly on 3-bar. There isn't a British connection that can get me on 4-bar. I just play on a terrible one, and it kind of brings the team down a lot because they're playing basically 3v4 online. I obviously play a lot better at LAN. If you've watched Ryder's video, he says he doesn't rate me online, but I always seem to win LAN. Well, there's obviously a reason for that, because I've got a terrible connection online and I'm on an even connection at LAN. so we'll just need to see how it goes. But that normally affects our team, but it hasn't really been affecting it the past month or two. We've kind of been winning most of the games we play. I'd say about 90% of the maps we're winning just now. So I'm confident going into next week. I'll probably mention that just at the end of the video. The future of the team is obviously, as I mentioned, we want to win as many events as we can and really try and grow our name as well as Curse's name for the future. Obviously, there's a couple of rumours going about that there'll be a few more of these COD XP, so we really want to be in a stable organisation and a stable team so that we've got building blocks to work on in the future. The other couple of things I wanted to mention was obviously I've not made a video since Toby retired. That's obviously a big setback. He's a great guy. He's going to be attending EGL with Mohawk, Riddles and Loco, so it'll be good to see him there, and he's going to try and do a little bit of coaching for us as well, which will be nice. He's just taking a step back just because he's moving up in his career, and he's got his kid and his girlfriend, and it's just a bit hard to balance everything, to be honest. So I completely understand where the guy's coming from. There isn't really much else I wanted to mention. I'll probably do a prediction video for EGL next week and who I think the front runners are and stuff for it. But apart from that, there isn't really much else. Oh, I just wanted to say a huge congratulations to the guys, every team who qualified for COD XP this weekend. I know there seemed to be a lot of sour grapes on Twitter about it, but my team didn't qualify, and that's our problem. And it's the same way any other team that didn't qualify, that's their problem. The teams that did get there, they are fully deserved to get there, and the teams that qualify completely deserved it. And I just want to wish them all the best for LA, especially the Epsilon team, who I think at the moment is probably, in my opinion, one of the best teams in Europe, and Judd's looking especially strong in LAN, so I think everyone's going to have a problem at EGL if he keeps up the way he's going, because he looks awesome. That's really all I had to say. As I said, I will be doing videos weekly from now on, hopefully. I'll try and hold myself to that. But thanks for listening, guys. As always, please like, subscribe, favourite the video, and follow me on Twitter. I'll list all our new Twitters below. So cheers, thank you.